Hello friends, my name is Cameron, and welcome back to Dead by Daylight. So in today's video, I'll be playing as Dracula. I have a totem build for him, and in this video, I kind of want to talk about how it's kind of good not to bring certain perks that don't really work too well with the killer, either that or like certain perks you're not too familiar with on a killer that you're trying to learn. So for me, I don't really do well with Dracula. I don't really know his abilities too well. I haven't really played as him for very long, and like I said, I wanted to try a hex build with him, and the build is actually pretty solid with him. The problem is that I'm not comfortable with Dracula enough to kind of use some gimmick builds with him, or I should say some perks that kind of take a lot to think about that or pay attention to, because during this video I was mostly focusing on Dracula's abilities and trying to get good with them rather than really focusing on everything else, and I'll go more in depth about this in the end of the video. And before we get into the trial, let's talk about the build I brought. So the perks I've chosen today are Hex Devour Hope, Dominance, Hex Undying, and Hex Ruin. First off, Hex Devour Hope. Any single time the killer hooks a survivor, once they move 24 meters away from a survivor and the survivor is rescued, this perk will gain a token up to 5. Once Devour gains 2 tokens, the killer will gain a 5% haste for 10 seconds after hooking a survivor, and the duration of the haste is 10 seconds. 3 tokens, every survivor in the trial will be exposed. 5 tokens, the killer gains the ability to kill a survivor where they stand. This is an extremely solid perk, in my opinion one of the best hex perks. It adds a lot of pressure to survivors and it can really stop a trial in its tracks. Once Devour Hope shows its face, all survivors will most likely stop doing generators and they'll start looking for totems. Dracula has great mobility when it comes to using his bat form, so catching up to survivors isn't too difficult for him. Dracula does have 2 special attacks, and those are the Hellfire and the Wolf Pounce. So if the survivors are staying injured when Devour is active, you can still use both of those and not really waste too much time just trying to use Devour Hope. And also if you do down a survivor with a special attack, it does not matter. If you still have 5 stacks, you can still mori them. Moving on to the next perk, Dominance. Any single time a survivor interacts with a chest or a totem, the entity will block those objects for 16 seconds. The auras of the blocked totems and chests will be revealed to the killer in white. Pretty self-explanatory. Any single time I see a totem in white, I know that a survivor is working on it. So let's just say I'm almost done with chase. I know I can end it pretty early. I can down the survivor, hook the survivor, go over there next to try to find the survivor that's trying to mess with my totem. Also, it's good slowdown. It wasted a little bit more of the survivor's time trying to get rid of my totem. And for Devour, it could be very strong, just because let's say I see a survivor touch it when Devour is already at 3 stacks. I know exactly where to go next, and if I have 5 stacks, I can just get rid of the survivor outright. Moving on to the next perk, Hex Undying. Any single time a totem would be cleansed, Undying will take the hit of that totem. Also, if a survivor walks near a dull totem within 4 meters, the killer can see that survivor's aura as long as they are within that 4-meter range. Again, pretty self-explanatory. As an example, let's say Devour Hope gets cleansed. Instead of Devour Hope going away, it will actually transfer over to the Undying totem, and Undying will become deactivated for the rest of the trial. Whenever you're running a hex build, I highly recommend using Hex Undying, just because it does protect other totems from being cleansed immediately. And similar to Dominance, it wastes the survivor's time. Let's say they cleanse one totem, they think, oh, Devour Hope's gone. It's actually not. They have to waste more time finding another totem to cleanse. And moving on to the final perk, Hex Ruin. Whenever a survivor stops repairing a generator, it will start regressing on its own, and this will be like a normal regression speed as if Dracula kicked it himself. So this perk is just to really help me keep in chase with the survivors. I don't have to waste time kicking a generator. Dracula does have a bat ability to make him catch up a lot quicker to survivors, but again, I'm not the greatest with Dracula. I'm still trying to learn how to play as him, so I wasn't really focused on that. I was more focused on just trying to use his other 2 abilities a lot more, because in the bat form you cannot see survivors. You can only see their scratch marks, and again, I'm still trying to get better with that particular ability. But either way, it's a pretty good hex perk. Decent regression too. You don't have to kick generators. It makes it where you can keep up with chase with the survivors and add more pressure to them. And usually once survivors see Ruin, sometimes they'll just avoid it and they won't really worry about it too much. But let's just say you do chase a survivor that's by themselves on a generator. If they don't go back to that gen anytime soon, they're going to be losing a lot of progress, and that's no hindrance to you because, again, you don't have to kick the gen. So if they do look for Ruin, it's a waste of time for them. Dominance will help me keep that totem safe, and Undying can also take the hit for Ruin, so it's more of just a waste of time for them just to look for my totems. And that's the whole point of hex builds. If you have Undying and Dominance to really help out your other 2 totems, they're going to be wasting a lot more time getting rid of totems more than actually doing the objective, and I think it's better to waste survivors' time working on other stuff than their actual objective. So those are the perks. Now let's talk about the add-ons. The add-ons I've chosen today are the Traveler's Hat and the Ruby Circlet. The Traveler's Hat increases the shape-shifting speed by 10%, so Dracula can shapeshift a lot quicker, and the Ruby Circlet decreases the cooldown of Hellfire by 10%. The Hellfire is one of my favorite abilities with Dracula. It's very similar to a Nemi Whip or Pyramid Head, but you can't go through walls, and I always think it's good whenever you're learning a killer to use add-ons that make you either get your ability back quicker or make your ability last a little bit longer, so you can get more information out of every single time you use your ability. And also when it comes to reducing cooldowns, you can play with the ability a lot more and not have to worry about such long cooldowns. Alrighty friends, and that's the build. So we're playing on Withered Isle, Greenville Square. Pretty big map with a lot of pallets, but again, Dracula does have his bat ability, so it makes the map pretty easy to traverse. Also, when it comes to a lot of the loops, Dracula can use his fireball over them. The totem placement on this map isn't exactly the greatest. They're pretty open, and a lot of them aren't really well hidden, but that's okay. We have some decent perks to help kind of keep those totems active, and we have some good add-ons to help us out with cooldowns. Alrighty friends, with that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, Greenville Square. A lot of pallets on this map, but I got my Hellfire, so hopefully I can use that effectively. Alright. Let's see how I can do. Totem placement. Oh, this one's... That's actually okay. It's not great either. All these totems kind of suck. Okay, well, hope for the best when it comes to totems. I just need to hopefully keep an eye out on where, whenever they get touched. Swim burst on Fang. Probably could use my Hellfire there, but I was, didn't really want to risk it. I think, can I make it? Good job on, kind of giving me a chance to second guess myself, because I was actually really worried I was going to miss that. Well played, Fang. Alright, let's see if I can find somebody else. Good start. That totem's in such a horrible spot. Nobody here. I don't think this gen has progress. Did everyone... No. Hello, Kate. Ooh. I don't think I was even close to that, but... Still wanted to try. Do you have Lithe? You might. That was a bit of a mistake, but not the worst in the world. Oh, there's somebody. That was mistiming, my friend. Oh, you kind of walk slow backwards. That's interesting. Don't notice my totem right there, please. Let's vault over. Ooh, good job. Wow. That worked out really well. I know she's gonna keep running. Okay, let's... Can I see them healing? If they even are healing. They are. Okay, that's not good. Hopefully I can stop them before it's too late. Well, there goes Undying. Great. How's it going? That was really good timing on my part. I don't know how close I was. I was just gonna block that, but that worked out. Won't get any Undying progress on that. Ah, I booped. Come on, I can make it. Oh, I don't think she expected me to do that. This will be a hit. I'm kind of worried that someone might go for the rescue. I think I'm good. Okay, I need to make distance. I'll hook her right here, and then I need to make some distance so I can get on Devour progress. Was that somebody there? No. That really pisses me off. Okay, there goes Ruin. Let's hope that they think that was the final one. At least it wasn't Undying. Or Devour, I should say. Yeah, most of these rocks you can... If Dracula can see over it, you can use your fire. At least that's what the rule I go by. So I can teleport up there. Wow, they healed fast. Hello, Cheryl. Your med kit's... Oh, no, you still got it. Oh, wow. Okay. Good job. I'm still out of range. Good job on them getting these gens done. Let's break it. I'm a little too close. That's okay. Oh, she has a... Oh, what's the name of that perk? It's one of, Ah, dang it, man. It's one of, Nicolas Cage's perks. It's when you get, like, high steps for, like, a couple seconds. I think you should have dropped that. Jen has some progress to my left. Oh, I do see somebody working on it. Hello, Nia. Thank God you don't sprint burst. Gladly take the trade. That was a mistake. I was gonna say unless she had Lithe. Good try. Got a hook right here. So hopefully I can find Cheryl right after this. Yep, you're still here. Actually, is this Kate? Oh, I was hoping that should still be there. Good job. Alright, I got Devour ready. These pallets mounted on this map, they're very, painful. And yeah. Who got you? You do have some... Oh, no. Well, that's not good. At least you just barely found. At least I managed to catch you off guard. I didn't see one person touch my totems. I did not use my perks very effectively, but that's okay. Well played, Fang. Because I guarantee everyone saw that totem. So I was very wrong. The totem placement on this map is horrendous. But that's okay. Yep, hello. Yeah, they really want to get rid of it. I don't blame them. That was close. And not this time. Happy that worked. I knew. I guess that works, I guess. I don't know. There you go. I got rid of the totem, but still, it did its job. Did she walk back on herself? I think she did. No, she didn't. Ooh, that time it didn't go over. This will be a hit. Let's go on this side. The totem's that totem's broken. That hook's broken. Still managed to get some pretty good use out of my build. Ruin helped out when it needed to, and so did Devour. I forgot you had Spin Burst. That's okay. I was hoping she would Volt over. Thing is, I'm kind of low to the ground, so it makes it kind of hard for them to kind of see me. You got... you might make that. No. Pick up a... Oh, she went away from the pallet. I'll take it. They probably are still healing, maybe?
Destiny can be quite fun at times.
Where would I... Oh, there's somebody. I see him. Wonder if I scared her with that. As I say, she shouldn't Volt that. As I get stuck on that corner. Now this will be a hit. Really close though, actually I almost missed that. This fire is so strong, man. I should keep going. There we go. Oh, Kate got Unbreakable. Wow. I mean, slugging has been a huge problem recently, so I understand why she brought it. Oh, good for her. Yeah, both of them are up. Well played, Churl. Alright, I could probably... Oh, they did heal. That was not that great of a sprint burst, my friend, if that's okay. I don't mind going for you, friend. I really don't. Oh, she went this way. My mistake. I'm gonna do something stupid and see if this works. It ended up working. Don't ask how, but it ended up working. Alright, well, yeah, good luck to you. If you find Hatch, you find Hatch. I definitely think I've gotten a lot better with Dracula. And my perks really did help out in the end, too. You back here? Yeah, you are. Oh, there's Hatch. Oh, she had adrenaline. I wonder if I could try walking backwards. Yeah, that worked. Very 50-50. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. So unless she has a key, she's not. This is blocked. I wonder if she thought I was going somewhere else because she's looking towards the window. Well played, to you, friend. Honestly, you did very well. I think that was a pretty fun trial overall. Well played to them, honestly. They all did very well. Got rid of a lot of my totems, too. That really did hurt me in the end, so... Okay, let's see. Some burst on Fang. I don't remember seeing that. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Nia, definitely saw that one. No clue about Windows. No clue about... Oh, we did see Adrenaline at the end. Cheryl did see Finesse. Oh, no, I saw Kate's Finesse. I don't think I saw... I don't think I saw Cheryl's. At least they're good sports about it. So... Yeah, other than that, I didn't really see anyone else's perks. Obsession on... Object of Obsession on Cheryl. I don't think I noticed that. I thought Undying caught her up, but I guess that was Object. But, yeah, we'll play to them. Alrighty friends, and that's the trial. I really hope you enjoyed this video. So now I'm going to talk about how I felt about the trial. I definitely could have played a lot better, and I also could have used my abilities a lot more, especially the Hellfire and the Dog form. I wasn't really using them as much as I should have been. I really do struggle when it comes to like when to use certain abilities. Like I know to use his Hellfire, you should use it on pallets that are like certain loops that have like that are pretty short, so you can like shoot your fire over them. When it comes to using Dog form, same thing, kind of like when some loops are kind of not the safest, you can kind of use your pounce to like, it's very similar to like Wesker's dash. Use one dash to kind of get around the corner, and the second dash to grab the survivor. I did attempt to use my Dog form a decent amount, but I was definitely not using it at the right time, and there were a couple times the survivors outplayed me, so well played to them on that. Also, I did forget when it came to the Dog form, when you use the pounce, it takes a long time for it to come back. So sometimes when I was using the Dog form, I used the pounce. I should have just switched back to bat form, either that or switch back to the human form, so I can start using Hellfire a lot more. So like I said, definitely a lot I do need to learn. I could have used bat form and chase a lot more as well, but overall, I will say I'm pretty proud of myself. I think I did a lot better than I thought I would. Also, when it came to the perks, I should have used perks that I was a lot more comfortable with, like a certain build that doesn't really take too much brain power to use. That would have been more beneficial, because I could have focused more on using my abilities rather than focusing on perks. Because I barely used Dominance, I didn't even look at it, even activate once. I'm pretty sure it did pretty good in the background. I'll talk more about the values in just a moment, but again, I didn't really even pay attention to Dominance at all because I was too focused on using my ability. So yeah, like I said, pretty happy with the results. I think it played pretty well. The survivors played very well too. I think they all did amazing. I think they spent too much time trying to take hits for each other, which I can always appreciate, but if nobody's working on gens, how are you guys going to get out of the trial? I think my build also hurt them a lot too, because they were more focused on doing totems, because one Ruin was active. When Devour Hope, like I said before, when Devour Hope is active, survivors usually stop working on gens and try to focus on totems. The survivors did really well when it came to using their perks. I saw most of their perks most of the time, and also when it came to the Unbreakable during the end, that really did help them out too. I like to think if they were at a much better position when it came to generators, that Unbreakable definitely could have like maybe lose the game. So again, well played to the survivors. I think they all did amazing. I hope they had fun. I know I did. And now let's talk about the value I got from the build. Starting off with Devour Hope, I was able to get 3 stacks. I didn't really get the greatest value from it because when Devour Hope was active, I did instant down Fang, which was pretty good because she was down on hook, but the rest of the survivors were already injured. Also, Devour wasn't alive for that long once Devour was shown, but I think it did a pretty good job at stopping the survivors from working on gens to more focus on totems. When it came to Dominance, I used it 3 times. Really good uses because they definitely would have cleansed my totems a lot quicker if Dominance wasn't there. When I was recording the video, I didn't see Dominance even affect once. I did notice when I was editing the video a couple times I could have seen Dominance, but again, I was more focused on Dracula's abilities and when to use them and not focusing on my perks, which wasn't the worst thing in the world because again, Dominance is kind of like a passive thing. I didn't have to go over there and like kind of like block the totem for myself. The perk just does it on its own. But again, I really do think I got some decent value from it because it did block all my totems. It did waste the survivors' time because they had to wait a little bit longer before they started cleansing the totem, and for all I know, they were waiting by the totem for it to not be blocked anymore, so they wasted 16 seconds not working on gens. They were more focused on getting rid of that totem. When it came to Undying, same thing. I don't know how you can't really get great value from this perk. It defended one of your totems, that's always good. And when it came to Ruin, the perk was active for 3 minutes and 8 seconds. I was able to get some pretty good use out of kind of pushing survivors off generators, and I didn't have to waste time kicking the gen. Good example of that was was at the beginning of the trial. I didn't have to kick the gen, then chase Fang. I was just able to chase her, and it worked out. I was able to hit her before she was able to reach a pallet, even with sprint burst. Also, I don't know this for sure. Let's say a survivor was working on a generator and it did push them off. Let's say there were two working on the same gen. One of them could have gone to go look for the totem, leaving the gen to regress on its own. So it wasn't really there for that long in the trial, but I think I got some pretty okay use out of it. And finally, both add-ons, got some really good use out of both of them. I did use my abilities a lot, especially my Hellfire. I did try to use my shapeshifting a lot more too, just to kind of like use both add-ons as effective as I could. Could have done a lot better with both of them, but again, I'm still learning, and I think both these add-ons are really good for him. They're pretty good browns. I think he has some pretty solid add-ons overall, but I really do like both of these ones. If you're, again, if you're trying to learn the killer, I recommend both of these ones. Alrighty friends, and that's about it. I want to thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. I try to post whenever I can, and if you like the video, leave a like. It always helps support the channel. Check out my Instagram, link in the description. I just post updates on there whenever I'm uploading. Also, if you do like my content and you want to see more of it, I have a couple other playlists down in the description. A couple of them are DBD related, some of them are other games that I've gone through. Would mean a lot if you were to check those out. And yeah, that's about it. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you all are doing well, and I hope to see all of you in the next one. Stay safe out there, friends.